What is up, everybody? We are thinking about getting a larger shop, and we want you guys to help us decide whether or not we should move forward with it. Coming up. One of the things we have been considering is getting a larger shop. We're getting a little crammed in here. We've grown since we initially got the place with the manual, so we're considering our options, if not at least for the future.
You always have to take my picture when I'm the least pretty.
As you guys can see, we've maximized our space. We've got our little showroom racks here. My lovely desk that's been with me for years.
That I'm not allowed to sit on anymore.
Shannon can't sit on anymore because it falls apart. Here's Shannon's space. We got our plotter over here. You feel like your space is the most cluttered?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Could use a little tidying up.
It was clean this morning.
No, it wasn't. Anyhow. One of the great things about our current space is the overhead is pretty low. Like I said before, the automatic, really, I don't know, had no idea that we'd be squeezing an automatic in here one day, much less upgrading to a brand new one. So that's awesome. Things are going well for us. We have things set up fairly well for our space. We have our washout booth. We have our exposure unit. We've got our shelf that we've had for quite some time, stacked with inks, and then there's our cabinet that we put our screens into. When we first got the space, the compressor wasn't there, so that's taking up a lot of space as it is, along with the chiller. And we can't forget the automatic. I mean, this thing just takes up some space, but we make it work throughout the year. And when we got the automatic, Jesus, I did decide to push the conveyor dryer over that away. I have yet to hook up the exhaust because I'm uncertain whether or not that's going to stay there. So I'm a little uncertain as to whether or not this is going to stay here or if we should just move it back into the middle of the floor space. But the issue that we do have is this little manual press that we use for doing sleeves, koozies, pocket prints, all that. The solution would be, however, just to get some pallets for the new automatic that comes in. However, you know, I mean, stuff's not cheap. Not cheap. And then I don't even want to talk about what's going on back over there behind me. And then on the flip side of the shop, we've got our stacking table, which I made when we came into the space. Acquired this table here, which we use for stacking incoming orders. Grabbed it up from the shop next door. Someone was moving out, or like, hey, do you want this table? I'm like, yeah, sure. It'll allow us to kind of stack boxes a little higher without them crushing. So as you can see, we've got stuff constantly coming in and out. Here are the current orders that we are working on. And then we acquired this lovely fan here because it gets really hot. I'm already starting to sweat just having the door closed because it is golden hour, not to be confused with a golden you know what. So we do have this huge fan here which is taking up more space. And then over here is our heat pressing station in which we do all of our HTV vinyl, our numbers and all that. Made a little rack to kind of get some of the stuff off of this table, but even still kind of tight on space. This computer over here allows me to, while Michelle is here, our graphic designer, to get out here and kind of help out with that a little bit. But not only that, get on to Printavo, change statuses as I'm out here, getting jobs done, printing them, and I'm able to see what sizes are in the order, how many quantity, if it's like contract screen printing stuff. Helps me keep on top of everything. So as you can see, we're kind of outgrowing the space a little bit. Just a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at this 2,500 square foot shop that they have available versus this 1,000 square foot space. Let's go check it out. So as we're wrapping things up for today and ready to get out of here, we've got a lot to think about. What do you guys think? Should we get the shop? Or should we stay here? You decide. That's right. Go ahead and choose one. Go ahead. Click one. Curious is what you think.